Welcome back, my pupils. This is Gene coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. Today, we're going to take a look at the Norinco Model 213. The Norinco Model 213 is modeled after the Soviet TT-33 Tokarev pistol, which was chambered in 7.62 by 25 originally. But this one, for the American market, is chambered in 9mm. The original Soviet TT-33 Tokarev pistol was adopted by the Soviet Union in 1929. The design of the Soviet TT-33 pistol, which this model is modeled after, was actually designed borrowing parts of the 1911 and the John Browning 1903, which makes it a very, very reliable, accurate pistol. Now we got it off the stand, let's take a look around the pistol. First, we will show clear, nothing in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. This gun here, you can definitely tell it's definitely seen some use. The bluing on it is definitely worn. If you can see that on there. Got some little rust pits starting. So this is going to need a redo. And luckily, I'm playing around with bluing and Cerakoting and such. So we may do this a little interesting. What do you think? This is an all-steel gun, so it is a little heavy. It does have a little heft to it. The grips on it, originally, I read up on this, and the grips originally were wraparound grips, almost like a Hogue style. But these have the straight, almost like Soviet-issue grips, which is kind of cool. I'd like to find a set of the originals for this, just to have them with this package. I did not get the original cardboard box that it came in. That thing has got to be long gone. But it does have very, very similar controls to a 1911 or a Browning 1903. It is single-sided slide catch release, so it's not ambidextrous. The magazine release is not ambidextrous and is quite hard to push in. So I'm actually going to do some work to this and see if I can fix this up a little bit. The safety on this is a little bit different. It is actually on safe right now, and when you push it up, it's on fire. So it's the exact opposite of the traditional safeties that we are used to seeing on our 1911s, 2011s, CZs, and any other guns that do have American safeties. But you know, they changed this to 9x19 when they imported it, but they didn't change the way the safety works. So that is traditionally the way they do it. It does come with iron sights, the rear sight being dovetailed in so you can drift it for windage, but the front is actually seemed to be looking at it, it's kind of weird. It looks like it might come out of there, it looks like it might not. I mean, what do you think? What do you think about that? It is just a blade system, but it is very, very accurate. The trigger pull on this is very similar, like you see, like to a 1911. But we're going to see how the trigger pull is. We're going to show clear again. We have it cocked. Have it on fire. Push the safety up. It's got that bit of a wall. Nice clean break. Thing's a bear to rack back. I'm going to test the reset. Right back out, right there at your finger. I mean, that reset is very nice on this. So this should definitely be a bullseye killer, you know? You definitely take the red out of your target, that's for sure. The grips on them are not too ergonomic. They've got a little decent bite. It does need some traction lines put into the front here and on the back strap itself. That would be a very nice addition to it. Being that this is a military clone, you do have a lanyard loop on it. The magazine has no flaring to it. And you see this insert here. I was reading about that insert, that the insert was done to accommodate for the shorter 9mm round outside of the 7.62 by 25. Now some of the magazines had inserts in them, and then some of the actual guns had inserts in them to accommodate the smaller magazine for the 9mm. Very nice finish, very smooth. It seems very well thought out, you know, but being modeled after, you know, a 1911 and a John Browning 1903, you know, you're going to have that. We're going to take a minute to tear this down just so I can show you the internals on it. The video platform will not allow me to do that, so I will do that off camera and we will look over the internal parts. All that was needed was a flathead screwdriver to tear this down. This catch pin here, you have to push it to the back, push this pin out, which is like your 1911 style pin. You push that pin out and then take it out. Very simple, very simple. It has got a recoil spring with a very, very small guide rod. It's got a little buffer there on the back of it. This thing is quite dirty, does need clean. It's got standard barrel bushing. As well as here's the barrel, the 9x19 barrel. As you can hear, it has a feed ramp on there. Very, very, very similar to the 1911 and the John Browning 1903. I mean, same setup. It's very cool. Take a look around the slide here. It does have some decent slide serrations. They are quite bitey, but this thing can be a bit of a pain to rack. The slide does run really, really smooth in the frame itself. So this pistol has probably had a lot of rounds put through it, and I'm planning on putting some more through it. I am going to redo this though and actually clean this up. I'm not sure if I'm going to re-blue it or Cerakote it yet. Just thinking about it while making this video. It does have serrations on top of the slide for anti-glare, which, you know, by the light there, that really does help. So that's my little review of this. Let me put this back together and we'll conclude some thoughts. And true to fashion, like any traditional 1911 or any of these older style guns, what a pain in the butt to get that recoil spring and guide rod back in. But we are functioning. We do have check. Excellent, excellent trigger on this. Straight back, straight wall. I'm going to really, really enjoy shooting this. I'm going to really have a good time with this. Should be a blast. Well, see if I can find me some other magazines for it online. I'm sure there's some places online you can get these. I like to have a couple more, just so I can go to the range and have some fun. You know, being only 8+1 capacity, you gotta reload a lot. We don't like to do that. We like more magazines, more capacity. But that's my review of this Norinco Model 213. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate you. And always remember to keep blowing the smoke.